Hey there. One of the most common questions I get asked these days about NanoBanana is how to use it with Make.com, and I've made a couple of videos about this. But what I thought I'd do is create a snippet that's specifically for integrating NanoBanana with Make.com and make it available as a template. So basically, if you look in the second link in the description, there's a download template of this, and basically show you how it works so that you could download the template and integrate it into your own Make.com workflow. So I'm going to go from left to right and then show you an example. In fact, no, I'll show you an example now of what it actually produces. Here's an image of a tiger running through an Indian jungle, and this is the sort of image that you can create with NanoBanana too, using this particular automation. And so basically, first step here is this is just a simple setting a few variables so we can use them in the NanoBanana call when we call out to the NanoBanana API. You could use, I've used a set multiple variables step. You could use absolutely anything. You could use a database. You could use another model, perhaps to pump in a better. Let's change. This is actually what I used to create a cover image for the automation download, but we'll just make it a tiger. No, we'll make it a line on the Serengeti. Dizzy prowling after a herd of antelope. We'll keep with our animal theme. And so basically, there's your prompt and we'll see shortly where that goes into the NanoBanana API. We also need to give it an aspect ratio and an image size as minimum. Okay, so this is the key step. Now, wait for him to open up. Now, the credentials you'll need to get from Google Gemini itself, I'm not going to go through that, but I'm assuming if you've clicked on this video, you have the intelligence to be able to figure that one out pretty easily. This is the URL to generate content for NanoBanana 2. You're welcome to copy that out. And in fact, it'll be in the templates. It's a post method. We're posting JSON, and here's the prompt text where it actually goes in from step 1, or step 7 in this case. Aspect ratio and image size, and they get automatically put into the request contents. And in this case, I haven't passed the response. I've actually added an extra step, which probably I didn't need to, but this just passes the data from the previous step. We could just use in fact, we could delete this parse JSON step and just use this actual step here, but I haven't in this case. Bad luck, Sam. Okay, so now here's the key step that most people get stuck on. We need to create an image binary by going to binary on the data that comes out of the JSON parsed, and it comes as base 64 format, and here we're converting it to binary. Now that's the step that most people get stuck on. And then we're uploading it to Google Drive. You'll need to connect your connection here and create a folder from the list. I'll just move my head out of the way, sorry. File name, you could call this, you could dynamically do this, but I've just called it nanoimage.png. In fact, I've got a feeling it comes out as a JPEG. Let's actually have a look. I might have that incorrect. It doesn't tell me there. I have a feeling that actually should be JPEG, but I'll check that, and in the template itself, I'll fix that. Let's have a look. And then we're just getting a share link. And again, this connection just needs to be configured to your Google Drive, and you'll need to select the file ID. And importantly, it needs to be reader and anyone. It nicely puts that down the bottom for us, but that's how you actually make it so it can be downloaded by another program. Anyway, that's all done. I'll fix up that JPEG or PNG issue, and happy image generation.